Alright, so let us begin my second project in organizing. As much as I love my crafting and my at-home businesses as well as my full-time job, getting this organized means a lot to me. However, I am actually kind of dreading it in a way because there is so much to organize and find spots for that it's a little overwhelming. So let's begin just by giving you a little view of the desk that my husband and I came up with. I had kind of a separate little room where I was keeping all my crafts, but when my son had to move back home, I had to give that up. So a couple of the bins right there we used as the sides, and then as you'll see in my video of the closet that I reorganized, this is the one door that we took off to use as my desktop. And then what I did was I purchased some of these crates. You can see the crates, and I got 3 for each side, and then we bought some boards that we put in between them. So these are the boards that go in between, and I painted them white. So we've got 3 of those to kind of help out. But you can see, I've got, some of my things in there nice and neat, but there's a lot of things just shoved in, and that's the top, which I really think that can be done better. So, yeah, and then here's the desktop. As you can see right now, there's like no room hardly for getting anything done, and I haven't moved some of this in a while. Underneath, I've also got stuff piled up, and I just have not, gotten boxes or things to put it in. Over here's a few more things I've got piled. There's my big shot that I just got for Christmas. Let's see over here. I've got more of my stuff there. This is something that I purchased right here to try and do a little bit of organizing of some stickers and files and things. Garbage, don't need to see that. And then there's some more of my things right down there too. And that does not include what is still in that room. So, oh boy, lot to do, and I better get started. Okay, first step here, what I started to do was I had these boxes and these kind of spread out down below. The things that are down here were on the other shelf, and I'm trying to just organize all my Mary Kay products. I don't keep a lot of stock, but I keep enough stock just basically for my customers that reorder from me all the time. And this might build up eventually as I get, more customers that order differentiating things. But right now I pretty much have the same type of things that people order. But all up here, then way at the top shelf, those are just some discontinued types of satin hands that are up there. Those are probably going to be incentive gifts. And my prize boxes, those are miscellaneous bags. And then those are things for wrapping gifts. So then come down here, I've got 1, 2, 3 shelves now clear. Except for that one's not completely clear because my stickers need to be close to me, so I know that's what's going to be there. So these shelves are probably going to be with the craft items that I use the most, sitting right here. And then I cleaned off the entire desktop except for my computer, and that notebook there's like my everything notebook. I just I need a spot where everything gets written down, things I need to do, things I have to do, things for the house that I want. This is just more, this has pretty much been pretty organized. That's my bags and business cards and order forms and things like that right there. So by combining things that were in some of those boxes, because some of them were like half empty, I cleared out an entire drawer here, and that's one of those drawers that's holding up the desk. So these definitely need to be more organized, because if I open up, it's going to shake. I think I got this one empty too. And then my bottom one is just a bunch of cords and junk and stuff like that. And because that one's kind of hard to get to, I think that's just kind of what that's going to be, is some house things like that. So that is the beginning. I still have all of these shelves here to continue to organize. I think that's where I'm going to start next, because some of these shelves just had empty tins in them. There's empty jars back there that I had plans for. I think I'll put my essential oil somewhere else. These things back here are not being used right now, so things like that I'm really not using. They're just things I have ideas for. I need to find a different spot for them. And then there's just a lot of space right here now, so I need to organize some of my desk things a little bit better too. So stay tuned for more. Hello everyone. I just thought I would do this little video here showing you how far I have gotten on my workspace. I think it is Thursday. I've been working on this since Monday, and I think I'm going to call it done for the moment. I'll walk you around a little bit. I went through right up here. Actually, I had like 3 things of pens and rubber bands and all sorts of stuff Mod Podged up here. And what I did was I went through all of my pens, and down here in this little carousel thing from Pampered Chef, I just kind of put all of my favorites, the ones that I use, you know, all the time. These are one of my favorite pens to use. I have my very, very favorites though up in this little container on this shelf. I got this as a gift from 31, attending a party once, and it's just a cute little size. And inside here, I just have a lot of note cards and things that I use for sending out thank yous and just little notes to people. I've got my Erin Condren markers in there, short little Sharpies or thin little Sharpies here. These are like by far my favorite colored pencils right here. Am I holding it upside down? I think I am. Focus in there. They're just a Papermate Inkjoy, and they're all these fun different colors. And some just plain pens and a gel pen. Got a little scissors. Sometimes you just got to make some cuts. And then here's some more of the thin Sharpies. So those are really the ones I probably use the most when I'm doing my planning and when I'm writing cards. What's nice about having this little thing is I could just pick it up and I can go run downstairs to the living room and work on some note cards and things like that. But let's start back over here then. I had a lot of things on the desk. Oh, I didn't put something away. Oh no, but I know right where it goes. It goes into my nice, neat little drawer there. Yay! I just hid away some of my everyday things. So over here is where I'm keeping all of my stickers. These are the ones like that I've just recently pretty much purchased and go through the most. These clips I like to have when I'm doing some art projects, so I just like to have those nice and handy right there. 3 of them are missing right now because they're holding on to something. So these are all stickers here, and here's my pocket letter binder right over here too. These are some recipe cards I have for going in a pocket letter shortly. On this one, I like the fact I've left some things open. I didn't want to cram a bunch of stuff in. So pretty much what's on my workspace here is the things that I've been going to on pretty much an every time basis I'm working on stuff. So nails I don't get into all the time, but that's just one of my things I want to start doing because I have collected a few things, and even though I have short stubby fingers and nails, yeah, I like doing them every now and then and playing. This thing is now pretty much full with washi tape, so I think I might have to go through and just take out like holiday ones. Like, you know, I'm not going to be using the Halloween ones until come next Halloween. The Christmas ones, you know, I won't be using those either, so I think I'm going to come up with a box that's just for seasonal washi too. Up top here is just, this is my journal. You may have seen the other video for the Nutrisystems and how I'm just starting on kind of a health journey right now, to get healthy and try not to become diabetic. And this is just my everyday kind of nail kit because I want to condition my cuticles and stuff every day. It's just some everyday care for your nails. This right here, I'm not sure if this is where it's going to stay. I just wanted to have it up nice. It's plates and stuff for my Sizzix that my husband bought me for Christmas. And we'll get to that, where I've got that in a moment. Next shelf up, this is all like glues and sticky tack things, just all different types, you know, of adhesives and things like that. And the top one up here has my labeler. This here I've just got some more little not sequins, but gems and jewels that are cut up and kind of ready to put into pocket letters. This is just a box filled with a bunch of paper clips for doing. And this has got just what it says in there, the gems, sequins, and embellishments that I use in pocket letters and journaling. And then I kept pretty much all these binders stay up here because they just kind of need to be in easy reach because they're places where I put receipts and orders and ideas. This shelf here I've left really blank. I don't want it to look so cluttered, and I do want a place to like put things, like if I've got a project I'm working on and maybe it needs to dry a little, I want to have a space where I can put it where it's not on the desktop and in the way there. This little jar here had nothing in it before, and that's just where I decided to put those big huge rubber bands, so it looks kind of decorative there. Gotta have something fun up here. I can put my loose change in there. And then I wasn't going to keep my essential oils here, but I do kind of like having them out because I order every month just to get 1 or 2 things, and then there's other people that order too with me, and this just helps me have it nice. I don't have to dig and look for what I want, and plus I'm always experimenting with combining things, so it's nice having it right there and I can see it and remember what I've got to work on. Next shelf down is my candy. My heart stays back there. That is actually something from my son's funeral. He had a heart condition and then died due to complications to a heart transplant. So that's just something that's just always got to be around for me. These are just some extra work lights. Candy back here. This is just a hair clip that I decorated up. But in here I just kind of have my little cleaning solution for the camera and the computer. And these are just some of my favorite little things. I know they're kind of springy, and you always need a mirror, but it's very dirty and dusty, so we're not going there. This is a keepsake. My brother just visited my father. He was battling cancer, and my father gave him this, and this is of me and my dad and my mom. And I'm pretty sure we're strolling in downtown Milwaukee right there. So, and it's just in this really neat, it's, you know, fiber, I don't know what that's called, but it's thick all the way through, and I don't know, I love that picture, and I'm so happy that he gave it to my brother to bring back. And then this section right here. This is, I had a lot of paper clips and things out, so I just thought I'd keep just this one little box with different types of paper clips. I don't really use pin, whatever you want to call them. I can't think. Tacks. I don't really use them. I don't have a cork board set up in here now, and I don't know that I will. I've had it in the past, and it just always ends up looking junky to me because I just keep putting stuff on there all the time. So I figure if I want to put something up somewhere, I can just use washi tape as well. And then back here, I just made one of those plastic things and turned it into kind of just my little sticky note and notepad section. So I do have a lot more of this type of stuff, but I just want to keep it a little streamlined and just, you know, neat like that. This is a nice pen. I think I showed that in a haul from the dollar store, but it's pretty and festive and kind of matches. And this is actually, I was really glad I found this. This is a stapler. And I just love it because it's just, is that ergonomical? Is that what you'd call that for your hand? And it just sits there really nice and just kind of blends in good. The way high shelf up there, I think I showed it a little bit earlier. And that's pretty much just staying the way it is. And then all the way down here with my Mary Kay inventory. And I keep my, you saw my computer there, and my cord kind of comes around and I just set it there. And then this right here is my new toy, which my husband, he didn't really laugh at me. He just kind of made one of those faces inside. Because he's like, well, have you done anything with it yet? And I'm like, well, I don't have any dies or anything for it yet. And he's like, well, what did you want that for? I'm like, well, I didn't want to buy dies when I didn't have the machine. So anyway, that's one of the things that I'll be looking for. And like I told him too, it's like, well, now you have stuff to buy me for birthday and Mother's Day and all that good stuff. And then down here, I had emptied out 2 of these drawers. And this is where I decided to keep some of my essential oil, like jars and things like that. They didn't need to be out. So right now, that's just got some extra jars in there, and then I have one more empty right here that I can grow into. So yeah, behind me and next to me are a whole lot of boxes and empty boxes and boxes filled with things that I do need to go through and find room. But I'm probably going to look at getting another shelf system and put it like behind my desk area here and then filling that, or they're just going to have to get packed away in boxes and marked. So, but I'm very happy to have a cleared off workspace here and a lot nicer of a view. I guess that's the way to look at it. It's a nice streamlined clear view. So thank you for joining me. This is episode 2 of my messed up life. Episode 1 would be the closet. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I will let you know shortly what the next video will be about.